Good evening, 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the Inland Wetlands Commission meeting to order. First item of business, approval of the minutes of the June 21, 2023 meeting.
I make approval for the minutes.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Approved. All right, I'd like to have a motion to take new business out of order and put it in front of old business.
I make the motion, take the new business first.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. My name is Barry Knott. I'm a lawyer with the firm of Knott and Dunn with offices at 1656 Main Street, Stratford. I'm here on behalf of Shangri-La, Connecticut, Inc. of Farmington Avenue, Hartford. The property location is 305 Hathaway Drive. This is a 40,000 square foot light industrial building which had previously been the home of Porter and Chester Institute and Bounce U, an indoor children and adult play facility. The property has been vacant for a few years. Our proposal involves the adaptive reuse of the whole 40,000 square foot building into a cannabis cultivation facility. There will be no retail use at this location. The existing parking is compliant with the zoning regulations and shall remain in place. There will be no exterior renovations to the building. However, due to the elevation of the finished floor being below the required FEMA flood elevation of 12 feet, flood-proofing materials need to be provided for this facility because the elevation is only 9.2 feet. This will require installation of a concrete flood wall around the perimeter of the building with flood barriers provided at each access door. A portion of the flood wall falls within the inland wetland upland review area, and this proposal does not increase the stormwater generated from this property. The property is 3.8 acres in size. 0.16 acres of wetland are located on the property, and only 2,000 square feet of regulated setback area will be altered. I spoke to Kelly about this application last week. She indicated that she would be looking for a restoration plan to be submitted by us in support of this application prior to next month's meeting. This will be provided to you. At this time, I'm asking you to accept the application as complete and make no finding of substantial impact. Thank you.
All right, so I'm looking at Kelly's memo to us, and she states that she has the application, the fee, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No direct impacts to wetlands are proposed. 0.046 acre of impact is proposed within the upland review area. Please confirm that the existing stormwater system is functioning adequately and will continue to do so, and a landscaping restoration plan.
Right, that's
And
it.
you agree to that?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So, any questions? We have a
Make a
motion to accept
accept.
as complete?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
With no substantial impact. Right, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for the consideration, the courtesy.
Well, we didn't want to, never mind. Okay.
I already told the commission that I don't mind listening to them talk, but I don't want to listen to you talk.
Barry called me and begged me to let
We'll come to order here, please. All right, let's move along to old business. We have the ongoing clear cutting of Willie McAllister. Now, Kelly says the plans note 150-foot upland review area. It's 250 foot. The plans are not complete. A restoration plan was submitted, but there's not enough copies. Clearing limits are not depicted. Limits of gravel driveway versus paved driveway is unclear. Vegetation is depicted both on-site and off-site. Further, is there permission to plant off-site? A $500 check was submitted, but it's unclear as to why. we must now decide whether it constitutes a complete application. Number one, is the applicant or his representative here? I don't think so. I would suggest we table this.
I believe the $500 probably was the fine we levied.
I'm not sure,
I'm not sure, I believe that's what it was.
but I don't want to accept it as complete and get the clock running.
Nope.
So, we have a motion to table?
I'll make a motion to table.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Residential condominium development, 600 Silver Lane. L. Edwards and Associates as the applicant or his representative here.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Attorney
For the record,
Bellis.
I'm Attorney Stephen Bellis. I represent the applicant, 600 Silver Lane LLC. We did come before the commission maybe last month, so I'll keep it brief tonight. As you may recall, just wait a second. Okay. So as you may recall, this application is part of a global settlement that my client had with the town of Stratford. At one point, my client wanted to come in with an affordable housing application with 28 units. After negotiating with the town, that was reduced by 50% to 14 units, single family, no affordable, private road with a cul-de-sac. That's what we agreed to. I gave this commission a copy of the modification agreement that talks about this particular property. So having said that, we filed our application. You, the Wetlands Commission, accepted the application, I think it was last month. This review is what we call an upland review, meaning there are no wetlands on this property. We're not seeking any permits for any regulated activity on this property. But you have jurisdiction because it's within the upland review area. So you can review whether there's going to be any impact or not. We hired a biologist and soil scientist, William Kenny. I think you're familiar with him. We submitted his report, and his report concluded, it's in evidence, concluded that there's no adverse impact on the inland wetlands or watercourses. Based on that, Kelly had a couple of minor changes that she requested Mr. Jason Edwards to do, and this is Ian from his office, and I'll just let him go over those little changes, and then I'll come back if you don't mind.
For the record, my name is Ian Eller. I work for L. Edwards and Associates. I have a revised set of plans. Can I hand them out to you all?
Thank you.
I don't think we're gonna need it. There's nobody even here.
It's I-A-N, Eller, E-L-L-E-R. J.
Thank you.
So staff had a few comments they emailed to us since our last meeting here when we first put it in, as well as there was one or two things from the ERB. There were no major changes of any sort. The only additional change you'll see, which I'll point to over here, is We made an access to the rectory building from the cul-de-sac of the private road. Everything else was relatively minor changes, just fixing words here and there and that sort of thing. Oh, and the other relevant change was they wanted us to double check with the NDDB 2023. We had originally cited 2021 in the wetland report, and we double checked, and it is in fact not covered by any polygons from the National Diversity Database.
Can we clarify, at least for me, the church is going to be renovated into 3 units, is that correct?
That is what we.
It still says 4 some places, 2 some places else.
Yeah, we had negotiations with the town of Stratford, and the final agreement is, as far as, is in the church 3.
Okay,
There is a rectory, that would be 1.
I understand that.
And then the single families.
Right.
Yeah, so the answer to your question, sir, it's 3.
Thank you. And you checked the NDDB database, and there's no change, correct? Okay.
I have another witness if you need.
Any questions from the commission?
I'm sorry, one quick question. The footprint of the church itself, it's going to stay the same?
That is correct. Oh, you know what? I do take that back. I just want to correct myself on that. Yes, the footprint of the church will stay the same. However, there are garages on either side.
Okay.
The
Those
church,
garage-
the church will be remodeled on the outside to make it more aesthetically pleasing. Yeah.
Attorney Bellis, I walked the property myself the other day, and
Yeah.
I was reading Kelly's comments about hay bales in the back. Are we gonna, you can take care of that?
Yeah.
Because it is,
Yeah, that's around the soil that's piled up there.
yeah.
Yeah, it was my understanding, but you walked it, that there was double silt fence installed around it.
Yeah, I saw it.
With some hay bales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you think you need more, just let us know.
what she notes here is it's not keyed into the ground, it's some hay bales
Right.
put along the thing.
We can handle that, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'll be glad to pass that along. I do have another witness from Bill Kenny's office, as I said, and he can answer some of the other questions that Kelly had posed. Go ahead, sir.
I have a question.
Dr. Chess.
So, according to the Kelly's notes and looking at this, this is a parcel that was covered about 38% with trees.
He's going to go over that.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. Alex from William Kenny's office, Alex Vykoviak. I have reduced of this plan that I'll pass along now.
Thank you.
I like your hat. Nope.
Apologies, just let me get set up for a second. So the plan in front of you is a preliminary tree planting plan prepared by William Kenny Associates to address comment number 2 of Kelly's report. As is, the site is, half of it is currently wooded, and by removing the forest, the main issue from that would be in regards to stormwater runoff. As with our report stated, that in the short term, this is managed by the erosion controls, and in the long term, this is managed by the stormwater systems proposed. Nevertheless, we have put together a tree planting plan in which we propose planting 54 evergreen trees as screening along the southern, northern, and by the rectory, and 27 deciduous native trees.
So you're leaving 3 trees on the property, is that correct?
Correct. The 3 mature trees, I believe they're all oaks,
Right.
along Silver Lane to where the church is, north, and one just to the, sorry, I'm really bad with directions, southeast of the rectory.
And everything else is clear cut?
Yes,
Those are the only trees that you maintain from all the clear cutting that
we're also going to try to maintain at least a fringe of woodland cover along the southern property line here with the screening there. But otherwise, the rest of the property will be vegetated with lawn, ornamentals, and shade trees. But again, this is a preliminary. This can change due to comments.
How big are these lots?
How big are
the
the
lots? How big are the lots?
There's no lots.
Or
There's no lots, Dennis.
there's no lots?
It's a
Oh,
condominium.
it's called condo.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, the parking area, where would that,
For the
for visitors or?
I'll let Ian, is it? Ian, if you have.
The parking area for visitors and,
I believe we are providing just 2 parking spaces per unit is the number that includes the driveway spaces. The road is 30 feet wide, 26 feet wide, as required in the surrounding zone. So there will be on-street parking for visitors. This lot, which is currently the sort of the lot for the church, is going to be for the people that live here primarily, though. There is not extensive parking for visitors because this is a residential area, not a commercial area.
Is there any possibility of adding trees behind the structures as well? I mean, you know, we're living in a time of unprecedented heat, and whatever we can do to mitigate that.
Where exactly, like, do you mean by behind?
Behind the homes, so the front of the homes each have a tree,
Yep.
shade tree. So something behind them?
Again, this is a preliminary plan.
No, I
We're
understand,
yeah,
I understand.
plenty
and-
open to add more vegetation, more trees and whatnot, but also trying to think of the, what's the word, residents of these, you know, everybody would like a lawn, at least some lawn area.
Anything else?
Quick question, the utilities going to be run underground?
Anything else? All right, so. We can accept this application as complete.
I already did.
I don't believe there's any significant impact to the wetlands, and we should just, I'll entertain a motion to accept it as.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
So we have a zoning hearing on July 26th, and I can check if you can ask Attorney Sullivan. I think you accepted the application at the last meeting, so no harm, no foul. We were hoping that there would be action on the application because it was already accepted.
Did we accept this last time?
It-
Oh, okay, I stand corrected.
That's okay. Yeah, no harm, no foul. Everyone said it's
Stand
okay.
corrected.
You want me to, should,
All right, so, well, before we do that, are there any member of the public that want to speak in favor of this application? None. Are there any members of the public that want to speak in opposition to this application? No. Okay, now,
I'd like to make a motion to approve this application tonight.
I'll second.
Question,
I'll second the
sir.
motion.
question, Dr. Chess.
so, how do we, again, I don't know if the neighbors know about this, and
They know about it.
Oh, they know about it. Yeah,
They know about it.
all right, then. I'm good. Thanks.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioners. Have a good evening.
Thanks for straightening me out. Okay, so the next item is, what the hell is it? Let's see, okay, thank you. Flood improvements at the water pollution facility. Applicant here, John Casey.
I'm John Casey, the town engineer. I don't have presentation materials. We did present the project last
We accepted it
meeting,
last meeting.
and you accepted it. Our wetland consultant was not able to be here tonight, so we tried to get as much questions answered at
So,
our last meeting.
let me just go through Kelly's comments, okay? Connecticut DEP review revealed the potential presence of eastern bark turtles at the site. Recommended best management practices be implemented throughout the duration of this project. I'm sure that's no problem.
Yeah, we included that in our application, and that's the...
Okay, so that's the only comment she has. So I don't believe there's a significant impact to the wetlands. No need for a public hearing. Dr. Chess?
I'd like to make a motion to accept,
No, approve.
to approve.
I'll
Second?
second the motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All
right,
set.
Very good. Thank you very much. Have a nice night.
We took care of Barry Knott. Staff report, she's not here. Administrative permits, we don't have any. Commissioners Forum, you have nothing to say. Adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second it.
Okay. Thanks.
It was pretty quick.